Welcome to VGK project. In this session we will examine cost calculation process and show how VGK helps you to monitor project expenses and control project cost. At planning stage we develop comprehensive budget and set reliable targets at all levels: tasks, jobs, project. At execution stage, it is critically important to keep track of all project expenses, compare project cost with budget, and have reliable financial forecast. Let's briefly recap VGK budgeting process. When planning project, we develop complete schedule where schedule items has detailed work definitions: labor, subcontractors, materials, and equipment. Each component defines scope of work, man-hours, quantities, durations, etc. Using VGK advanced calculations, work scope is automatically translated into monetary values and produces amount for each task. Calculated amount gives managers solid ground to set comprehensive budget for each task. Task budgets are automatically propagated through the schedule to produce project or job budget. With VGK budget, user can set detailed financial plan that includes project budget, budget for each job, budget target for each task. Detailed financial strategy also includes planned amounts for each component: labor, subcontractor, materials, equipment, travel, and other expenses. Detailed financial plan allows manager to control project expenses on very precise scale and create conditions for financial discipline and successful project execution. Project cost. When project enters execution stage, it starts to accumulate expenses. It is critically important to be able to track all project expenses and obtain reliable cost information on a daily basis. Let's review how VGK helps to track expenses. Labor cost. VGK encourages people to record actual work when performing it. This approach makes work tracking more accurate as well as gives management immediate information for labor cost. Using work hours and actual employees rate, VGK automatically calculates actual cost, adds it to labor cost and total cost for the task, job, and project. Subcontractor might be a significant cost contributor, but also a major overspending reason. On a regular basis, management checks subcontractor work, verifies its quality, and records subcontractor progress. As part of progress information, user logs cost estimate for the performed work. When subcontractors bills the company, the bill is applied through VGK billing module. As part of this process, subcontractor cost is clarified and accurate cost data is applied to progress entries. VGK tracks subcontractor cost as well as automatically adds it to total task, job, and project costs. Material cost. Actual materials are recorded upon material usage. For the schedule item, user indicates applied quantities. VGK application automatically maintains information for materials inventory, which is used to obtain average inventory price. Using price information and used amount, VGK calculates actual material cost and applies it to produce a total cost. If material was purchased specifically for the project, actual cost will be corrected when purchase bill is processed through the billing module. Equipment tracking is similar to materials, and cost calculation is performed automatically when equipment usage is recorded. For rented equipment, actual cost is finalized when renting expenses are processed through the billing module. Travel expenses can be logged by employee alongside with actual work. This information though goes through verification. Proof of expenses should be submitted to financial department and processed through billing module. Other project expenses are processed using VGK billing. expense amounts are attributed to appropriate schedule items and then used to produce total cost information. Keep in mind that all actual information goes through verification process by project management personnel. This includes approval of employee hours and travel expenses, as well as all billing information. VGK approval process ensures that project management has complete control over the project expenses. Now let's examine how project expenses place in the complete financial picture. First, we look at schedule item level. Cost for each component is calculated automatically when changes were made and reported as component cost. All cost values are contributing into total task cost. Combining total cost with overhead amount and expected profit, VGK application produces budget on performance amount. Total cost and budget on performance updated immediately to provide user with accurate financial information. Project cost. Actual cost information is automatically summarized through the schedule and becomes available on project budget control. Budget control presents up-to-date total cost for each contributing component, labor, material, etc. Project actual cost, direct, indirect, disbursement, overhead. Profit expectations, and budget on performance. It is right to say that budget control provides management with complete and accurate project financial picture on a daily basis. Controlling project finances. We have demonstrated the process by which VGK generates actual cost information. Now we will look at how VGK helps you to control project finances. We believe that financial success lays on ability to control expenses on detailed level. Users should be able to monitor cost not only for the project as a whole, but for each task. Let us demonstrate how you can do it with VGK. Budget values developed at planning stage give management reliable reference point to evaluate project performance. In fact, user sets budget target for each task and during project run can evaluate task performance against the set target. Note that actual cost information is reported alongside with budget for each component. This allows to monitor and control spending on individual component level and quickly identify the problem if occurred. Similarly, project budget control lists planned and actual values in parallel. This makes cost-budget comparison easy and visual. In addition, budget control shows billed amount and calculates up-to-date profit. To help management to visualize cost information, VGK offers budget graph. Graph presents planned or actual values or both for comparison. Financial forecast. Well-developed budget provides solid plan for a project, but when project starts to roll, difference starts to accumulate and result might be not as expected. It is critically important to have reliable forecast information and be able to keep key targets in sight as well as envision results. VGK combines actual information with plan to generate projected financial values, forecast. These values are reported for each task and can be also reviewed in details. Project budget lists projected values alongside with planned and actual. User can see projections for each category and for the cost and budget overall. Information and budget control is always available and accurate. It is automatically updated when any changes affecting cost values were made. In general, budget control presents management with complete financial picture and becomes an exceptional tool to manage project finances. In addition, user might visualize projections on budget graph and visually compare them with planned values. That is an overview of VGK cost control functionality. Let's briefly recap it. Using detailed word definition, VGK automatically calculates planned values and combines them into total amount. Based on this information, user sets a realistic target budget for each task and for the project overall. During the project run, VGK uses actual information, quantities, hours, rates, prices to calculate actual cost. Summarizing cost details, it produces actual cost for each task and for the project. Combining cost with expected overhead and profit, VGK generates budget on performance and compare it with planned budget targets. Combining actual results for completed part with planned values, VGK generates financial forecast. Budget, forecast, and actual values are readily available and reported in parallel for user review and easy comparison. Using billing and cost information, VGK calculates profit and profit percent and compares them with project expectations. It is right to state that VGK unique budget functionality gives management tremendous support and creates real conditions for successful project execution. Thank you for choosing VGK project. You can learn more about our products at www.vgksolutions.com.